What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys a quick mission guide for the tier 5 White Lotus mission known as Deadlines. But before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smash that like button. Go ahead and throw an easy goal of 150 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you hit the subscribe button alongside that notification bell so we don't miss your future videos. Alright, so this mission is only going to be one part, but it can be quite challenging and it does take a little bit of luck. It's asking us to complete 4 contracts in under 6 minutes. Now, last season when we had this mission, the only thing you had to do was get a destroy supplies contract. Once that finished, it pinged those safes. You guys could go to 3 safe locations. As long as you did it within the 6-minute requirement, you guys would be able to get this complete. Now, in this season, I was not able to get that to count. You guys want to do it the proper way of actually completing the 4 contracts in these 6 minutes. Now, this is definitely a little bit challenging, and it will take a little bit of luck because the contracts are going to need to be nearby. You guys are going to need vehicles, and it definitely is going to help to have teammates in order to make this happen as quickly as possible. Now, the fastest contracts to do are definitely going to be HVTs, and in some cases, you can do those extremely fast because the HVT will be located very close to where the contract is. But again, it does pay to have the vehicle. You're going to want to grab the HVT contract and make your way over to it as quickly as possible, eliminating that enemy, wrapping up the contract. Now, the only issue here is you're not always going to get HVTs in the same area. My other recommendation is to do the intel contracts, because if you actually know the area in which you are grabbing the intel contract, you can sometimes then predict which radio tower it would be. Then all you have to do is grab the contract, hurry up, grab that laptop, and then if you have a teammate with you, the teammate can be waiting at the radio tower to pretty much upload it as quickly as possible. You guys can then bust through these extremely quickly. That's kind of what my route was going for this mission. I was able to also do nuclear materials contracts pretty quick, and if you already have a Geiger counter when you grab the contract, it'll basically just ping the locations instantly, allowing you to move over to the nuclear materials and wrapping up that contract pretty fast. But my best recommendation and the easiest way to do it, but obviously it's going to take the most RNG, is to find an area in which has multiple intel contracts. That way you can have somebody post up on the radio tower. Basically, one of you are going to go ahead and grab the contract and obviously head over to the laptop. Between 3 of you, if there is 3 of you, you guys should be able to get to these locations pretty quick. And the person's going to be waiting at the radio tower. They'll start the upload. And at that point, you're going to want to know where the next intel contract already is. It also helps if different players ping different contracts, because they will remain pinged as long as they do not ping anything else. And then even when you do have the contract going, you guys can see roughly where the next contract would be, having somebody basically there to grab it. It does help tremendously to have somebody prepared to grab the next contract, as obviously it will shorten the amount of dead time, and dead time is obviously not something you want. You only have 6 minutes. You have to roughly do each of these in 1.5 minutes, so you're going to want to make it as quickly as possible through each of the individual contracts. But I did find that if you are able to get multiple intels, you guys can probably do 2 or 3 intel contracts in a very, very short period of time, as long as somebody is waiting in that radio tower. But regardless, I definitely recommend looking for the contracts that are closest. Make sure you're not choosing contracts that are unrealistic to do, like a raid weapon stash. That's going to take over 1/3 of the time alone, just because the safe takes X amount of time to open. But regardless, you guys are going to want to get through 4 contracts as quickly as possible, making sure that you are pinging a second contract before you grab a contract, so that way you know exactly pretty much where your next destination is going to be. But these are going to be the tips that will help you do this as quickly as possible. And once you're able to complete the 4 contracts in that 6 minutes time, this mission will be complete. So that's going to wrap things up for today's quick mission guide on Deadlines from White Lotus Tier 5. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.